Oh, Snorri doggy. Oh, you want to be on camera. This is Harvey. Say hi. Hi. Do you hear the snores? What up, you guys? Ashley Elizabeth here with AEHM Artistry, and today I have another versus video for you guys. If you aren't new to my channel, then you know that I love battling makeup products. So if you want to know the tea on this cult favorite Too Faced concealer versus a brand new one that is supposed to be ultra super coverage and long wear, totes to be a little bit like Shape Tape, then you know what to do. Keep watching. First up here we have the classic Born This Way concealer, the Naturally Radiant concealer. This one's infused with coconut water to aid in replenishing the skin, alpine rose to help brighten, and hyaluronic acid that's supposed to help for a smoother, more youthful appearance. 100% of people that tested it experienced improvements in their skin moisture levels after 1 hour. I'll show you what the wand looks like and the fact that I got the shade Light. So a little bit of a small wand, kind of like a standard concealer wand, and I'll swatch both of these side by side. So this is the shade Light. I was able to test this shade right in stores, so I was able to find a really good match. This one retails for $28 and it is 0.23 fluid ounces. This is the brand new Born This Way Super Coverage Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer. You're supposed to be able to conceal, contour, highlight, and retouch. This one is also infused with the same ingredients, coconut water, alpine rose, and hyaluronic acid, so that's nice. It's supposed to be hydrating, long-wearing, photo-friendly, and non-comedogenic. This one retails for $29, so it's $1 more than the other one, and it has 0.50 ounces, so this is double the size, only for $1 more, and supposed to be more coverage. So that's very interesting choice there. Oh, let's go ahead and see this swatched. I got the shade of Vanilla. This was hard to choose online. That's all I had because they were not in stores yet. And when I got it, I was like, oh, hopefully that's not too orange or too dark, but we won't really know until we try on the face. Hopefully you guys can tell these two are very different. So this is the light shade in the natural Born This Way concealer, and this is the super coverage Born This Way in the shade Vanilla. I'll show you what the little applicator looks like. So very thick and large, very similar to the Tarte Shape Tape. As you can see, I already did my eyes, so now it's time for face. I'm gonna start with the Too Faced Hangover RX primer. I love this primer. You know, if you watch me, you know I love it. It's like, okay, enough already. We get it. You like it. Really quick, I'm gonna go in with the Tarte Amazonian Clay Foundation, put that on, and then we will start battling those concealers out. Right, let the battle begin. So I'm gonna be using the Natural Born This Way concealer on this side, and then the Super Coverage will go on this side. Now, I did just look at my Tarte Shape Tape to see what the ounces are. The Tarte Shape Tape is 0.33 ounces, where this one's a 0.50. So again, it's around the same price point, but this is significantly more. So full disclaimer about the Born This Way Natural Finish, the original one. I tried this about a year or two ago. I did not like it at all. It creased like crazy and it just separated and it just got weird. So I didn't like it, but you know what? My skin has changed a lot in the last couple years, so maybe I'll like it now. It feels very silicone-y going on. It's just really hard to do half of my nose in concealer. I'm just doing it the same way I would normally do any concealer because it's pretty hard to break that habit. I think that the Born This Way that I used a couple years ago was just a sample. And you know, sometimes samples can dry and get a little bit weird. They're not as fresh. So maybe I'll like this. I have hope. You guys, it is morning right now and I never film in the morning, and I'm just like scatterbrained because I am not a morning person. And then I go in with my concealer sponge and I just make sure all the excess. That way it doesn't crease as much if it's gonna crease. In person, you know, it's not as much coverage as I would like. So let's go in with super coverage because this doesn't claim to have full crazy coverage. Okay, already this feels a lot like Shape Tape. It's a little dark, so that's unfortunate because I got it on Too Faced website and I do not like returning stuff online because it's such a freaking hassle. Very yellow, which is okay. I like my concealers to be a little yellow, but it's just a smidge dark. It was really hard finding my shade. Don't do what I do. Wait until the products come out in stores so you can see them. I just try to get them as soon as possible to test for you guys, and I have to go off of whatever somebody decided to swatch because I don't trust the swatches that the websites have, so I like to see real people swatching it, and this one looked really light, but I was trying to decide between vanilla and almond, and maybe I should have went with almond, but you know what, it's blending out nice, just not as light as I like my concealer to be. You can tell this side is lighter. Little guy coming out to play right there, a little pimple guy. So let's cover him up with the super coverage. Blends out really easily, really nicely. And there's definitely fuller coverage on the super coverage. The shade's not bad actually. And then go in and tap off the excess. All right, here are the two sides, not powdered yet. I don't know if you can tell, but the natural Born This Way is a lot more glowier, a lot more radiant and moisturized looking. Some parts on the super coverage look a little dry, especially my upper lip right here looks really dry compared to this side. No creasing yet, so I'm gonna go ahead and powder, and then I'll show you what it looks like powdered with all my makeup done and everything like that, so BRB. All right, here I am with my completed face. So if you have an opinion yet, you comment down below which one you think is better. This is as low as my lighting will go without being completely dark. So yeah, I won't say too much about my thoughts yet because sometimes as the wear test goes on and I can look at my face more, I'll change my mind. But I still claim the same things, that this natural way looks more dewy and glowy and the new super coverage does look more dry. I do see a little bit more coverage with the super coverage. Especially on the under eye area. This side in person I can see all the darkness right there, and this side it's, for the most part it's gone. And then same thing with the redness on my chin. I have more redness on this side and then I do this side. All right, so I'm gonna check in 8 hours and we will see how everything's looking, okay? Okay, here we are back. It's been a little over 8 hours. Now, full disclaimer, it is summer. We are in the heat of the summer. I didn't do anything too crazy today, but we did run a couple errands and it was around the 80s here, and I was hanging out outside a lot because we got a new swing and I'm loving it. But nonetheless, I wasn't particularly sweaty, but it was just warm. So I'll preface it by saying that. Now I'm gonna pop up the video right here of the up close of how everything's looking after 8 hours. I'm mixed reviews, mixed thoughts. I'm thinking the Naturally Radiant Concealer, honestly, the more natural type of one, is kind of looking a little bit better. It has a better finish, it has a better texture, it hasn't worn off quite as much. It still has some texture issues, especially around the mouth area. And like, I don't particularly have issues with those folds, but they are kind of coming out a lot more on the full coverage side than this side, but this side it's still having texture right around there. Now around the folds of my nose, the Naturally Radiant Concealer is way better than the Super Coverage Concealer. The Super Coverage Concealer is cakey and gnarly and gross. And then same thing with the upper lip. The upper lip just looks funky dunky. And then as far as under eye goes, they're almost the same, but the Naturally Radiant looks a little bit better under my eyes. I definitely think the Naturally Radiant Concealer is more hydrating, and it claims to be more hydrating, so it does live up to those claims. You can see I have a more glowy, dewy finish. And then this side is just dry and oily, because I think it's just my natural oils coming through at this point. But this side is just dewy, not as dry. Does that make sense? I hope it makes sense. Now overall, yeah, that's interesting. I'm definitely surprised. I for sure thought the Super Coverage was gonna just blow it out of the park because it's supposed to be so much fuller, and that's just right up my alley. And then also my experience with the Naturally Radiant Concealer just wasn't that good in the past. I don't know if anything's changed, or I think it's just me. I think my skin changed because my skin is taking that one a lot better. Now, unlike the rest of the videos where there was a clear winner, I'm gonna have to experiment with both of these a little bit more before I give you guys my overall final opinion. So I'll either do an update video, mention it in any of my other videos, or I will pop it down in the pinned comment right below. So you can check there to see if I've updated this if you're watching at a later date. Okay, update. So I'm testing out the full coverage concealer today. I used this foundation and it already is looking so much better. Heavy-handed, was no problem. It blended out super easy. So maybe it was the Tarte foundation that I didn't agree with, perhaps. And then I also use the setting spray, and it looks so much glowier. The pores look good, fine lines look good, everything's looking good. So this might be a concealer that's very sensitive to which type of foundation you pair it with. Again, I'm going to keep testing out both of the concealers in different ways and everything, but this is the Ultra Coverage today, looking way more better. Way more. So I will do an update video in a couple weeks after I test these both out, and definitely make sure you subscribe so you find out when that's posted and my overall like final thoughts, and I'll try to update the comment section down below in this video as well too. Okay. All right, my little love bugs, thank you so much for watching my brand new Versus video. If you like seeing Versus videos like this and you are new to my channel, do not worry. I have a whole playlist full of Versus videos that I will pop right up here. And if you are new here and you want to join a little fan bam, go down and hit that little subscribe button and then tap that bell so you get notified as soon as I post new videos, which is about 2 to 3 times a week. Now, if you are interested in seeing me battle this new Too Faced Super Coverage Concealer against the cult favorite Tarte Shape Tape, you gotta comment down below and let me know that that's something that you would want to see. I always compare that one against other concealers, so that's why I wanted to do the natural one today, so I wasn't too redundant. But if you want to see like even a quick 3-minute comparison video, just comment down below, let me know that that's something you're interested in, and I will definitely film that out for you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you all have a great freaking awesome day.